Hi, today we're going to be talking about how to ride a lazy horse and make them a little bit more responsive when you ask them to go. So let's roll the intro and get started. Welcome back. Today we're talking about how to get our horse a little bit more responsive to our legs. One of the worst things is when you're trying to get your horse motivated to get moving, whether you're in an arena, out in the field, and you really struggle getting your horse to go. You squeeze and you're kicking, you can't get your horse to actually travel forward. So I want to talk about how to make them a little bit more responsive in a fast and easy way. So before we get started on this 3-minute Thursday, let's make sure we put 3 minutes on the clock and get started. So one of the really cool things about horses is you can change the responsiveness to your leg pressure all the time. One week you could ask them to be more responsive. The next week you can ask them to be a little bit more deadened to your leg. I'm going to show you a quick way to really get them both responsive, and if you make them too responsive, how to deaden them to your leg just a little bit so they're not so responsive to when you touch them. The first thing that you need to kind of think about is how you ask for your horse to go forward. If you're wanting them to become a little more responsive, the worst thing you can do is continuously kick on them. The more you kick, the more you kind of deaden their sides, and you might just start kicking, and the horse doesn't go anywhere. The more you do it, the more the horse gets desensitized to it and eventually just won't go forward when you touch their sides. So to make them more responsive, what we want to do is use a method called ask then tell. Here's how I like to think about it. I'm going to ask gently with my legs the pressure in which I would really like them to be motivated to go forward. I'm going to ask them first with the leg, and then I'm going to tell them. Usually I like to use maybe like a dressage whip to ask them to go forward, or you can use your hand, whatever it is you have to really motivate them to get going forward. So I would just gently ask with my leg, and then I would tell them with the whip. So the horse that I'm going to be using to show this is one of our lesson horses, and he teaches kids all the time. And what do kids do is they make little mistakes like this all the time, where they're constantly kicking to try to make the horse go. This horse is kind of really stiff in the body and got a couple issues, but he's a great lesson horse, and that's what I'm going to kind of keep him as. But what I want to really do is try to just teach you how to make him a little bit more responsive. So the first thing, we're just going to work on a walk and a trot here. When I squeeze the horse to go to a walk, like right now I'm squeezing him, as you can tell, he didn't even think about moving. So as I try it again, I'm going to ask him again. Squeeze one more time. You can see my heels really starting to dig into him. He's not moving whatsoever. Wait, is that a step? That wasn't good enough. What we're going to do here is I'm going to squeeze for my ask, and then I'm going to tell. Now I'm not going to tell terribly harshly. I first tell at kind of medium tell, where I'll just say, hey, let's go. And if that doesn't work, I will increase the pressure after that. I'm not going to go from 0 to hero right off the bat. But here's what it's going to look like. You ready? So I'm going to ask, no response, tell. Okay? And then that kind of got him motivated. Now here's what's important is after I get him going, what I want to do is take my legs and just let them relax. I don't want to keep kicking on the horse, and I also don't want to take my feet way away from them either, because the farther away you make them become, the more sensitive you make the horse become. So if I put them way out here, I'll make this horse super sensitive over time. So I just want to let them hang. And if I let them hang, he'll get used to my leg, but I won't be fully desensitizing him to my squeeze. So if I want him to walk a little faster, a little squeeze. Look how much more responsive he was right from the beginning there. And he even thought about trotting, and I'll just let him know, hey, I didn't really want to trot that time. Walk is perfect. Right there, he's already getting to that point from the ask and tell to realizing that I want him to go forward when I squeeze. So I'm going to ask him to trot. I'm going to gently put some pressure on, ask, and then he goes. And I'm just going to ask for kind of a slow, easy trot here, really nothing that special. If I want him to go faster, ask for speed, there, and he gives it to me. Good. Remember, ask then tell. You don't have to do any more than that. When you're asking them to go, you squeeze and then let your leg relax. So when I squeeze with every stride, I start desensitizing him. So what will happen is the more I desensitize him, the harder it will be to get him to get going forward again. So as you notice here, I'm squeezing with every stride. He's starting to slow down and eventually even wanting to walk. Okay? Now let's try to make him trot again with just asking. Watch. I'm asking him now. He's not going anywhere. Do you notice that? That's how quickly they can learn it, is because if I squeeze with every single stride, I desensitize them. So here, I'm keep asking, I eventually got here, but I didn't like it enough. So I'm going to ask and then tell. Tell. I had to do it twice. Okay, we're going to try that again. From a walk, ask. That was better. Good boy. Just like that. So next time you're out there working with your lazy horse and you want them to get motivated to get forward, this is all you have to do. Ask, then tell. I hope this helps you guys, and we look forward to seeing you right here next time on YouTube. If you've liked what you see, make sure to hit subscribe and the like button. If you didn't like it, make sure to click the thumbs down button twice. Thanks so much for watching.